There is a term that has risen in the popular lexicon recently, that being imposter. I mean, yes, but no. Anyways. An imposter is someone who convinces those around them that they are something that they're not. And oftentimes they do this for personal gain. Now, yes, that is the Merriam-Webster definition of the word imposter. Recently, it has also been correlated with another term, that being the imposter syndrome or the imposter phenomenon, which is when a person doubts their abilities and accomplishments and has an irrational fear of being outed as an imposter, when in all actuality, they have no reason to think this way because they have achieved just as much and they have accomplished just as much as their peers have in order to be where they are and in the situation that they are in. But due to this internalized irrational fear, they have convinced themselves that they have achieved nothing.
You are a fraud.
And that they are a fake and they don't deserve to be where they are. But instead, they have just deceived everyone around them into thinking that they've actually achieved something. Oftentimes, people who deal with this syndrome have the reoccurring thought of, I feel like a fraud, or something to that effect. I say them and themselves as if I am an objective third-person viewer of someone who struggles with this. If I were to let that presumption go any further, I would in fact be deceiving you and be a fraud. I struggle with this phenomenon every day, which made me ask the question, why? Why is this something that people even deal with? I mean, there's no tangible evidence that I or anyone else has not achieved or accomplished just as much as those who surround me. So why? Why do I have this irrational war constantly raging inside my head, telling me that I have woven this Gordian knot of deceptions? That I have nothing to show for my 20 plus years on this planet, and that I'm nothing but a failure. Those who are around me and my peers have just achieved so much more in the same or less amount of time. More often than not, this is the exact train of thought that I find myself going down. Constantly stuck in this endless cycle of comparing what I've done in my life to those around me. And no matter what I do, I never seem to stack up to what those who surround me have done. Those who are younger than I am, those who are my age, or those who are slightly older than I am, no matter what I do, all I see is their glaring successes and my absurd shortcomings. I often think I'll never be creative as those who are in the same field as I am, so why would I even try? Blatantly ignoring everything that I've managed to do in my time. But that is, in essence, the imposter syndrome. You constantly comparing yourself to others and completely disregarding what you've done. And the reason that so many of us feel this way is because that it has been thought that the imposter phenomenon stems from constantly dealing with low self-esteem or anxiety, or, something as simple as growing up being told that you're the smart one or you're the mature one. But now that you are older in life, looking back on all those times, you think, no, that's not true, and you start to feel like a fake. You feel like a fraud. And up until recently, I thought I was an odd one out. I thought I was the only one that struggled with these feelings of being fake and not deserving to be where I am and standing among my peers. But then I found out that almost 70% of people have felt this way before or will feel this way in the future. And it's oddly comforting and simultaneously incredibly confusing because it wraps back around to the question of why. Why do we feel this way? It has been guessed as to where these feelings stem from, but there is no one definitive source. So there's no definitive answer to that question. But one thing that I can say is if you have ever felt this way, you are not alone. Know that. Believe that. You are not alone, and other people around you have felt the same way. And some of them are probably feeling that way right now.